My friend Xuan, what you owe me, you can never repay. What you've lost, I can never give back. We were once close, but there's no future for us anymore. Hello everyone, I am Leo. Welcome to the Heaven Officials Blessing Character Series. Let's dive into TGCF through the Earth Master's lens today. I, the Earth Master, an official of the Heavenly Court, am also one of the devastations, ship-sinking black water. The first time you meet me, I may appear as the best friend of the Wind Master. But honestly, I have some reservations about that description. The truth is, the real Earth Master, Ming Yi, was imprisoned and killed by me before he could ascend, and I took his place. So the Wind Master never knew his true friend was a ghost king wearing the mask of a divine official. When I was still a mortal, my name was Xuan. My family was poor, but I was exceptionally smart. If fate had been kinder, perhaps I could have risen to the heavens and become a divine official. But my birth date matched that of Shi Xuan, and that marked me with a curse. At the time, Shi Xuan was still young, entangled with the Reverend of Empty Words, and his older brother, the Water Master, Shi Du, who had already ascended to the heavens, exchanged Shi Xuan's fate with mine. As a result, I inherited all of Shi Xuan's misfortune. First, I repeatedly failed the imperial exams because I didn't bribe the examiners. Then, my sister and fiancé were taken by wealthy families to become concubines, and both of them eventually died from the humiliation. I tried to seek justice, but was falsely accused and thrown into prison. The guards tormented me, feeding me slop, and during this time my mother passed away. Later, I gave up studying and turned to business, but after succeeding, I was resented and suppressed by others. I never gave up. Despite all the misfortune, my will remained unshaken. I fought back against the Reverend of Empty Words, never bowing my head. On the night of the court drew, I finally avenged myself, but died from exhaustion. At that moment, Shi Xuan, who held my fate, ascended. When I died, Shi Du personally confirmed my death. I remember his face clearly. After my death, I went to Copper Furnace Mountain and spent years cultivating, ultimately becoming the Ghost King, ship-sinking black water. I devoured the Reverend of Empty Words, gaining his powers without being constrained by his nature. In the ghost market, I killed the recently ascended Earth Master, Ming Yi, took his identity, and infiltrated the Heavenly Court. There, I learned of the movements of the heavens and set about investigating my old enemies. Life in the Heavenly Court was hardly better than being a ghost king. One of the few advantages of working as a heaven official was that there were more banquets, and I could eat my fill. This was a leftover from my mortal days, when my stomach had been ruined after I was released from prison and no longer knew the difference between hunger and satiety. Maybe it was the years of deprivation that laid the foundation for my current food-loving personality. When I see food, I just can't help but devour it. At the Heavenly Court, the only person I had much to do with was the Wind Master. He was bright, cheerful, and kind, so different from my gloomy self. His enthusiasm and sense of justice were contagious. Whenever we went on a mission together, he'd help others, even if it slowed down his own progress. He was generous, handing out merit to strangers, even to Xie Lian, someone he barely knew at the time. He would give out 100,000 of merits without a second thought. Xuan was so good that I could hardly find any fault with him. The only thing I had complaints about was his cross-dressing obsession. If he had just kept it to himself, it wouldn't have been an issue. but he always dragged me into it. Shi Qingxuan often insisted I join him in dressing as women. I resisted, but every time I couldn't truly refuse. Once, when we were dressed like that, Hua Cheng saw us. That was probably the most embarrassing moment of my life as a ghost king. Though, to be fair, Hua Cheng was also dressed as a teen at the time. Even though the Wind Master brought warmth and light into my dark life, I never forgot who made my life so miserable in the first place. In the end, at Blackwater Island, I finally took my revenge on the Wind and Water Masters. In front of Shi Qingxuan, I killed his brother Shi Wudu, then took Shi Qingxuan and left him in the imperial city, leaving him to fend for himself. Later, during the battle at the imperial city, I disguised myself as Hua Cheng, helping the real Hua Cheng to navigate through tricky situations and protect the human formation. I didn't expect that familiar cheerful voice to be there too. And when I saw Qingxuan, I seized the opportunity to return the repaired Wind Master fan to him and quietly left. This is my story. Maybe it will disappoint you. It's not a satisfying tale of revenge. From start to finish, I've always been just a mortal fighting against fate. Looking back at myself, I've lived through multiple lifetimes, but in each one, I never gave in. As a mortal, I faced every possible misfortune. My family was torn apart. I was once imprisoned, but I survived. When I was crushed under the weight of everything, I chose to rise up and fight back, cutting down the oppressive elites and tyrants who crushed both me and the common people. I died on the night of the Cold Drew when I was a mortal, after avenging my family. I am proud of that, because I didn't die at the hands of the Reverend of Empty Words. I died from exhaustion, but even in death, I refused to admit defeat. As a mortal, I was the first place who was replaced in the imperial exams. As a ghost, I became a devastation, a ghost king. As a divine official, I became one of the 5 heavenly masters. No matter what I do, I make sure I do it to the best of my ability. The best. Someone once said that word. Every time the Wind Master says, "Mingyi, you are my best friend," I always have a retort. But when I really think about it, am I speaking to Qingxuan, or am I reminding myself? Am I just being stubborn, or is there a part of me that's struggling inside? I hate him. Of course I hate him. I have every right to hate the Wind Master and the Water Master. If it weren't for the fate exchange with the Wind Master, the Water Master wouldn't have destroyed my family. But at the same time, I can't help but like the Wind Master. He's just that good, and it's hard not to love him. In fact, there's no one in the Heavenly Court who doesn't love Shi Qingxuan. He really is that wonderful. During all those times working with the Wind Master, I often wondered what it would be like if we had never exchanged fates, if both of us had ascended together and become friends in the open. Shi Qingxuan would have been so righteous, and we would have been such good friends. For me, I'd rather Qingxuan be a pure villain, or selfish and cowardly, or just inept. Then maybe I could have made peace with it. But Qingxuan is none of those things. He's a pure, good, sunny person. How can I reconcile that with my own feelings? The good luck that was supposed to be mine went to Shi Qingxuan, and it was this very good luck that made him the person he is. Every time I see Qingxuan flourishing, it pains me. The harm caused by the Shi brothers is unforgivable, but I cannot deny that Shi Qingxuan's pure goodness makes it so hard for me to let go. Friendship, love, and hatred, everything is tangled up, and I can't untangle it. Fate filled my life with struggle, but I never once bowed to it. You could say that my life, whether alive or dead, has always been a fight with no compromise. As a mortal, I fought the reverend of empty words. As a ghost king, I fought with my own heart. Why do I say I fought with my heart? Because after becoming a ghost king, I already had the power to take my revenge. Killing Shi Qingxuan would have been easy, but I repeatedly gave him chances. I knew I had to take my revenge. I knew everything could end. But why did I hesitate? It wasn't simple forgiveness. It was deep internal struggle. It wasn't about struggling with revenge. It was about my difficulty in facing my own heart. My feelings for Qingxuan can't be simply explained by hate or love. Although I returned the Windmaster fan, like everything else, the fan, like our relationship, can never be fully repaired. Qingxuan and I were once separated by a seal of blood. Then we were the best friends, and in the end, we forgot each other in the world. My relationship with the Windmaster has always been a deadlock, an inevitable tragedy. All is fate, and little is within one's control. So, this is how it ends, my friend. It's best we never meet again. What you owe me, you can never repay. What you've lost, I can never give back. We were once close, but there's no future for us anymore. Thank you for watching. I am Leo. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like and subscribe. It's the best encouragement for me to keep updating. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you in the next video.